Hi. Today I'll be debunking all the speculations regarding which characters will be having a rerun banner in patch 2.4. I will also be giving my opinion towards the end. So we all know that MiHoYo recently implemented the dual banner system. This made the Genshin community come up with speculations regarding which characters will have a rerun in 2.4. Now I will go through the speculations that have been made. So the most popular speculation currently is that Ganyu and Xiao will be having a rerun. There are also rumors of Zhongli and Xiao having a rerun. And there are also rumors of all three of them having a rerun all at once. But the thing is that if you use the same logic, then there's also a possibility that Ganyu and Zhongli will also be having their reruns. But not too long ago, I heard that reruns will happen on a rotational basis. The rotation is based on whose character banner was released in game first. Considering the rotation in Eula's rerun, this means that there is a possibility of Kazuha and Klee having their reruns as well. There are even more possibilities in Yunjin also being released next patch. From what I've heard, Yunjin's passive buffs normal attacks based on her defense. This means that she's more compatible with characters that rely on their normal attacks. This being said, Yunjin could possibly be a good support for all these characters. So I will eliminate the characters which are least likely to have a rerun. Eula and Ganyu, Eula and Hu Tao for obvious reasons. And I will also eliminate Yoimiya and Ayaka, as we're also going to take the banner rotations into consideration. This leaves Ganyu, Xiao and Klee. It is possible for Ganyu and Xiao to have a rerun, as Albedo just had a rerun. Ganyu and Xiao's banner followed up Albedo's banner in 1.2 and 1.3. We have to consider one more factor, and that is the fact that MiHoYo also chooses reruns based on the events and story that occur during a version. Lantern Rite is speculated to happen in version 2.4, which means that the characters will also in some way relate to Lantern Rite. However, Shenhe was recently revealed by MiHoYo. This means that she will most probably have a banner in version 2.5. Hence, we can assume that Lantern Rite will take place during Shenhe's banner. Now let's evaluate the possibilities again. We have Xiao and Ganyu, Xiao, Ganyu and Zhongli, Zhongli and Xiao, Zhongli and Ganyu, and Kazuha and Klee, or at least one banner that features Klee. But the big question is, which of these is most likely to happen? My answer to that is none. None of the reruns I just talked about is most likely to happen. I believe that in version 2.4, the characters that are getting a rerun are Child and Child. Yes, you may be wondering why I think this way, but if you think about it, it's actually quite obvious. Firstly, based on what I heard, Shenhe's ult works quite similarly to Kazuha's ult, except Shenhe constantly applies cryo to the enemies. If Shenhe is in a team comp with a character with insane AoE, damage output, and the ability to constantly apply hydro, that would utilize her ult very well. Shenhe and Child put in a team comp that looks similar to this will make them very useful in the Abyss, as this team comp can enable permafreeze, which is really useful at times. But this doesn't answer the question to why the reruns banner will be Child, so let me explain how these correlate with each other. The Genshin community has insane Abyss grinders that will be willing to whale and pay as much money as possible. This means that if Child and Shenhe were to be in the same patch, people would have to spend money to get them both, and this benefits MiHoYo. If you're still not convinced, Shenhe is a cryo character that wields a cryo vision. That means that the Sarita gave her the cryo vision, and we all know that the Sarita is the leader of the Fatui. And currently, the only playable character from the Fatui is Child. Still not convinced? Let me remind you that Child is clearly MiHoYo's favorite. Okay, if you're still not convinced, I have one more argument. Child's signature weapon is Polar Star. And we know how overpowered Polar Star is. So if Polar Star were to get a rerun, people want to wish for it. And we know that the weapon banner is a huge scam. Hence, people would wail to get Polar Star. And this means more money for MiHoYo. So that means if Polar Star were to get a rerun, the character's signature weapon will also have a rerun, so Child will also get a rerun. Hence, this concludes my argument to why Child and Child will have a rerun in version 2.4. Thank you.